Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for this late night video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell to turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And YouTube can send out my videos hopefully to you, and you know when I go live and when I do videos, and that's all I gotta say about that. So tap the bell, get notified, subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video all over the internet. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in the description box below is my last video, which I did earlier today about In This Moment, their new CD called Mother, and the shirt, which I don't have with me right now, the new shirt I got, the new crew shirt for 2020. Their pandemic shirt for the coronavirus, whatever we want to call it. So check out the video in the description below, and subscribe to the Metal Guy channel, and buy the album and buy a shirt on the official In This Moment website. And that's that. All right, on this late Tuesday night, June the 30th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, it is now July the 1st, 2020. Already the beginning of July, ladies and gentlemen. We've gotten through just about halfway through this year. We still got a long way to go. We got five more months left, and then hopefully we get up to 2021. But it's gonna be a rough year. We still got this fucking virus going around, and other shit going around in the country and in the world. It's just fucking chaotic. Freaking little kids getting shot up in Chicago. What the fuck is that about? People getting shot in the Northeast, in New York City, and looting and protests are still going on in New York City and in Jersey. So it's not safe to go anywhere. Sucks. Even though New York City might be going to phase 3 on July the 6th on Monday, but they might have to scale back. They don't know because people are not listening to the people, to the higher ups and everything, because they're still not social distancing. They're forming large crowds in front of bars outside, and it's just fucking chaotic. Going to the beach in Jersey, it's fucking stupid. I mean, and people not wearing masks. It's just fucking stupidity. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So continue on with this fucking virus, and that's pretty much it. That's that. All right, on this late Tuesday night, it is time for your late and out of date. And I meant before I start, I did a Raw review earlier, and I had to stop short because I had to go out. I had an emergency, so I had to go out. So I cut the stream short, and then I deleted it. So right now, here is your second take on your Monday Night Raw review for June the 29th, 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. All right, Monday Night Raw last night was kind of blah, just not good. I didn't enjoy it. Too many freaking tag matches, too many segments with the same people. Just felt bland. And I mean, Raw, the ratings went down. They had a 1.7 million views. Just horrible. I mean, and you're just putting out really bad shows. I think last week did a 1.8 or 1.9. Well, no, not a 1.9. They did a 1.8, I think. Last week was actually a little bit good. But this week was horrible. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So it is what it is. I can only imagine what NXT is going to bring tomorrow with the Great American Bash Night 1 going up against Fyter Fest for AEW Night 1. That should be interesting to see. Got some good stuff on that show. NXT's got Io Shirai against Sasha Banks. So my two wives are fighting it out. Go figure. Then you got got the tag team titles on the line for night one on AEW. Best Friends taking on Kenny Omega and Adam Page. That should be pretty good. And some other matches on the card. I think the women's title's on the line. Hikaru Shida against Penelope Ford. And some other good stuff. And then night two is the big world title match between Brian Cage and Jon Moxley, if it even happens, because we don't know what Moxley's status is of now. We know Renee Young's still quarantining. I think they're both quarantining in Phoenix or whatever, in Nevada, whatever they live. So I don't know if that match is even going to happen. We have to see what happens. We also got Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy in a grudge match. We should see what happens with that. Should be good. And other matches on the card. Then, like I said, NXT is going to follow it up next week with their night two of the Great American Bash as Adam Cole, baby, takes on Keith Lee. Winner takes all for both the North American title and the NXT World title. That should be big. That's probably going to be a big night for NXT. And you'll see what happens with that. But it should be a pretty good show. Both nights, and this week and next week, I think it's going to be both nights are going to be good for AEW and NXT, and we'll see what the ratings are on Thursday. Because NXT picked up a big win last week, just demolishing AEW in the ratings. And see if AEW can come back, or NXT will pick up another win and maybe start a little run of their own. And AEW will have to come back and with some better shows. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, so Monday Night Raw, like I said, it was It is what it is. It starts off with a double contract signing for the Raw Women's title and the WWE title. We had Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. So we start off the show, and we see a fight break out between Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Asuka. Nobody's ready for Asuka. I think. But they start fighting. Samoa Joe's in the ring, emceeing the whole thing. He's trying to break them apart, and he's not having any success. And he's like, get me some more officials out here. So he's kind of pissed, and he's trying to break the ladies apart. And they're just beating the crap out of each other. And then the officials finally come down and break them up. And then while this is going on, Dolph Ziggler comes out, all high and mighty, gets in the ring, and the officials break up Sasha and Bayley, and they sit down on their respective sides. Bayley with Sasha on the right side, Asuka on the left side. So Dolph comes out, and he introduces Drew McIntyre in a really weird way. And Drew comes out all high and mighty as himself. He sits down next to Asuka, and Drew says, "Oh, I wonder where you would be without me. You'd be squandering your chance somewhere else." Somewhere else. He says while he was shuffling around trying to find himself, he was carrying monsters like Drew on his back, aware of what Drew was willing to go through and sacrifice for the belt. But way back in his head, he's just... And he says that Extreme Rules Drew win, but keep getting back up because if that he does, he's going to survive. And the 19-year redemption story all disappears. Just like that. Just like that. So Dolph claims he created Drew, and at Extreme Rules, he will destroy him. And then signs the contract. Drew gets up, signs the contract, sits back down, says it's official. He says Dolph's words were very passionate. And there was a time when they were family, when they were tag team champions back in the day. I think it was last year. And our family's always honest with each other. He mentions he was fired. He talks about that. And he's learned a lot. And the biggest lesson is that this is more of a mental game than a physical one. and he's kind of figured out why Dolph needs the belt. It's not just his ego, but he drops the ball. And Drew says he has some bad news, and he's going to hurt Dolph. He's going to slaughter him, and it's all because of him that Dolph loses. And Drew said he allows Dolph. Well, then Drew says, "We're family here. I'm gonna actually make you, Dolph, pick the stipulations for a match." So Dolph's like, "What? Me? You talking to me?" So he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to leave your title reign in my hands?" And says, "This isn't a storybook ending. There's no third chance and stuff like that." And then Asuka cuts him off in Japanese, and I understood everything she said. I think she called Dolph a dumbass or something like that. Then she talks in Japanese to Sasha, and Sasha's like, "What?" So Asuka then grabs the contract, signs the contract for their match, and then Sasha gets on the mic, says she's not the same person that Asuka faced before, a couple years ago. She says she's going to be 2 belts Banks, and her and Bayley are taking over the whole damn company. Now we run the division, stuff like that. And then she has a stamp. She stamps the contract with her name on it, which I thought was pretty cool. A nice, all lit up, not lit up, but all glammed up and stuff like that. That was pretty nice. So I like that. That was cool. So then Asuka gets up and is kind of pissed and attacks Sasha, kicks her in the gut, and then they start fighting again. And officials have to break them up. And while this is going on, Dolph tries to get a super kick in, but Drew stops him, turns him around, pushes him to the ropes, and he tries for the Claymore kick, but Dolph slid out of the ring. And Sasha and Bayley leave the ring, and Asuka and Drew hang with the belts high up in the chaotic contract signing. And yeah, that's pretty much I gotta say about that. I'm 2.5 out of 5 stars. And guess what we get later on? A mixed tag team match player. Yes, we do. So we'll see what happens in the main event later on between Asuka and Drew and Sasha and Dolph Ziggler with Bayley at ringside. So we get that. Sorry, I got a thing on my ear. Angel Garza trying to butter up the female referee Jessica, and he has a rose and he's buttering her up, trying to get involved with her like that, trying to use his charm to maybe have her call the match right down the middle. So Jessica's like, "I'm not interested, but I'll call the match fair and square, blah blah blah." So she leaves, and then in comes Charlie Caruso, who's comes in all sexy and looks at Angel Garza with her bedroom eyes, because she knows she wants him. And she's like, "What were you talking about with the ref?" And then Selena Vega, the big cock, Angel says that they were just making sure that the referee calls down the middle. And she's like, "Aren't you a journalist and stuff?" And Charlie's like, "I do have a question," because she's pissed off at Selena. She asks if they beat the Viking Raiders coming up, do they think they? And then Andrade starts talking. He says, "We will Viking Raiders and become the #1 contenders." And blah 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 blah. We deserve a title shot, stuff like that. So it's kind of a dumb question by Charlie. So Charlie, come on, use your noodle, use your sexy head over there. Don't ask stupid questions to stupid people. But it is what it is. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars, and we're gonna see what happens with Angel Garza and Andrade and the Viking Raiders later on. That's that. And then they're about to leave, and a Big Show comes in, says he's going to be up next, so you guys are going to have to wait your turn. So we get that. That ends the segment. So like I said, 2 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we go to commercial, we come back, we get the Big Slow coming to the ring, and he's kind of pissed. He says he waited an entire week to call Randy Orton out. So it tells Orton to come on out. But instead of Orton, Angel Garza and Andrade come out to show his dismay. And Big Show gets on the mic, says he apologized for interrupting them, but he's on important business. He's not in the mood to play, so don't try him right now. As fireworks go off outside my fucking house once again. Fireworks are going to be going off this whole entire week. Probably going to be into next week and probably through July and August. Who knows? You can't stop it. It's just fucking annoying at 1 o'clock in the morning. It goes on all fucking night. It's just fucking insane. Who stays up to 6 in the morning doing the fucking fireworks? Double FU to that. That's all I gotta say about that. Fuck that. Fuck that bullshit. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So Show doesn't want to play right now. He doesn't want to, he's pissed off. He doesn't want to fight them and blah, blah, blah. Just want to get more pissed off and beat the crap out of Andrade and Angel Garza. So, excuse me. Andrade says that Orton says that Show is a legend. He laughs it off a little bit. Show's like, I'm going to punch you in the face. I got boots older than you. And then he tells Angel Garza to stand on the shoulders of Andrade to talk trash. Garza says, you're a legend. Well, it doesn't really matter to me. And Big Show is going to learn what the Street Profits will soon realize. And then Show's like, oh, you want to fight? Let's fight. Drops the mic. And it looks to be ready as Angel Garza and Andrade circle the ring. AT's getting in, and Show's like just waiting for them to come in. And then Zelina Vega gets on the mic, says they would do Orton a favor and show the Big Show what happens when you disrespect them. She says Show stays on Christian in a retirement home. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Andrade and Angel Garza get on the apron. They're trying to playing with Big Show. Big Show's ready for it. Ric Flair comes out styling and profiling as more fireworks go off outside my fucking door. Ugh. It just fucking annoys me. It just fucking annoys me. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate the 4th of July. Even though it's my brother from another mother birthday. You know. Just every fucking year between April and July we get fireworks. It's fucking sick. And it doesn't stop. After July 4th, more fireworks going off. It's fucking. They're probably getting them from Mexico or whatever, or from somewhere in America, or maybe carrying them to the States and then giving them to people and they're just shooting the fuck out of it late at night because they don't give two shits. So anyway, Ric Flair arrives and Big Show is all smiling. He's like, Ric Flair, my boy's out, right? So Rick tells Zelina and all that crap. But he says he's got to have a word with his old friend, the Big Show. So he says no one's going to handle his career or focus on the future of his career except Randy, legend killer, the greatest wrestler alive, Randy Orton. And Flair says Orton will come out when he feels like it. I'm doing the light work, says Flair. Show has been making cartoons on and Danny, so he took a shot at Big Show with that horrible Netflix show. Rick said what happened, and you know what that is. He's gonna get punted in the head and go into the retirement home with Edge and Christian a year later, just to beat Boris after death again. But here's what it is. Then Rick gives freedom to Garza and Andrade to attack him. So Garza and Andrade are on the apron, and they're about to attack they get in the ring. They're about to attack the Big Show, and then the Viking Raiders come out to save, just to run them out of the ring, and then we go to commercial. So that wasn't a bad segment. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it for that, and we get that. All right, we got a little bit of chat, so if you want to come in and join the chat, we'll have a nice talk about AEW, WWE, we talk Raw, we can talk NXT, we can talk Fyter Fest, we can talk about New Japan, Ring of Honor, anything you want in the world of wrestling. We'll talk for a little bit, and that's pretty much it. That's that. All right, my good buddy Jair Alejandro Ponce Klatza. I like saying his name. He says hello, Jair. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. I don't speak Spanish, but I live with one. But it is what it is. So he says hello. So hi to you, and hello all to all the people in Mexico. Time to go to bed. Anyway, you will say strange. I like the segment of the champions, Drew and Asuka and Sasha and Ziggler. You always spelled Ziggler wrong. Ziggler. You say Ziggler. You spelled it wrong, but it's all right. Yeah, I didn't really say it was strange. I just thought it was chaotic because, usually you don't start off a show with a contract signing, and Raw started with a double contract signing, and then they're fighting already. Which you don't see in contract signings. At the beginning of the contract signing, usually you have the champion come out, you have the challenger come out, they sit down, they talk, they do their promos, and then next thing you know, they're fighting and going through tables, or just fighting and beating the crap out of each other. That's what contract signings are. So who knows what's going to happen with that? So I mean, I didn't think it was strange. I thought it was just chaotic, And then the men come out and have a civil freaking conversation while the women argue. It is what it is, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. It was just chaotic. That's what I thought. Although I read that they supposedly want to make Sasha the queen to win the title of NXT Raw and to continue as champion in pairs. Well, the match with Io Shirai is not for the NXT title, and I don't even think Sasha's going to win the match. But Bayley's going to be there on Wednesday night, so she might get the shocking win over Io, and then maybe she'll get a title shot at Io. I don't think she'll get the NXT title. I don't think they're going to make her Sasha 3 belts. If she wins the Raw title at Extreme Rules, the horror show. Stupid name. I don't see her getting the NXT title. The Raw Women's title, I don't know. We'll see. She really gives Asuka a run for her money. And as we saw in the main event, I'm not gonna spoil it, but she put up a good fight with Asuka, and that's pretty much it. So I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make her Sasha 3 belts or triple Sasha, whatever they're gonna call her, or just be the new queen of WWE, like Charlotte was, when she had the NXT title and just NXT title, and then the Raw title, and then the SmackDown title, almost in the same year. She was just running amok in the women's division, and then Becky was the one to stop her, and actually Io was, but stopped that reign of terror. And then Nia Jax injured her, and sent her away for maybe a month or two. Because I don't know if she's coming back at SummerSlam. They're saying she might come back at SummerSlam. She might come back in November. Or maybe October. So I don't know when Charlotte's coming back, and I really don't care. As long as she's off my TV and not in 5 fucking segments every fucking Monday night, Wednesday night, and Saturday night. I don't care. Just get her off my TV. That's all I say about that. But they're really, with Charlotte out now, they're gonna try to make Sasha the fucking queen and Sasha and Bayley the fucking division, which I don't know if they're gonna do. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna pull the. I don't think they're gonna make Asuka lose to Sasha Banks. I really don't. I think Asuka's gonna lose to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam. We haven't seen Shayna Baszler in the last couple weeks. Where is she? I don't know. I don't know. They really dropped the ball with Shayna. They should have made her the champion of WrestleMania against Becky before Becky became pregnant. Shayna should have won either the match at WrestleMania or the Money in the Bank match, but they dropped the ball like they always do with NXT talent. That's that. Stupidity. But I don't know. With Sasha, I don't know. I don't think she's going to win the NXT title anytime soon. She might beat Io this Wednesday night at the Great American Bash Night 1. And then maybe at Extreme Rules, she becomes Sasha 2 belts. But we'll see. They could do that, and then they start the eventual breakup of Sasha and Bayley. They lose the tag team titles on SmackDown, or they might just continue this little thing they're having. They're running the place. But I don't really think that's gonna happen. I think Bayley's probably gonna cost Sasha the match on at Extreme Rules, and Sasha's gonna be pissed. And that's going to start the eventual ball rolling with going into the feud, and Sasha's gonna be pissed, and she's gonna say, "I want you for the SmackDown title at SummerSlam," and they have the epic match that we've been waiting to see. And Sasha's gonna pin Bayley, become the SmackDown Women's Champion, and then Bayley will start going after her, getting a rematch probably at the September pay-per-view. And they have a nice little feud and story. And then Sasha will beat Bayley again. And then I think the person that's going to beat Sasha is Lacey Evans, if they even go with her. Because we're going to go with Naomi. Naomi hasn't been seen since. Carmella, the same thing. Tamina, no. Tamina's like, she just comes and goes, Tamina. They're not going to give Tamina the belt. So I think they're going to go with Lacey Evans to beat Sasha Banks when Sasha wins the belt. But then Sasha Banks can hold the belt to WrestleMania. Who knows? And that's that. I talked enough about that. And now notice that you have more opportunity to push with Angel than with Andrade. Yeah, they're really pushing Angel Garza. Because if as I'm going to talk about, Angel Garza and Andrade, you see them in a match, they're all buddy, and then next thing you know, they're at each other's throats, and Zelina Vega has to stop them. But they're really gonna pushing Angel Garza as as Vince said, the next Eddie Guerrero, which I don't see, but I don't know. But they are pushing Angel Garza, and then the pairing with Andrade, they might win the tag team belts. Maybe at Extreme Rules, if they have that match at Extreme Rules. I think Andrade and Angel Garza are going to win the belts, and they're still going to argue. Like, I'm the tag team champion. No, I am the tag team champion. Like Kane and Daniel Bryan back in the day. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But I do see Angel Garza getting a nice big push, possibly to the United States title, or maybe get a WWE title shot. But we'll see. But I do see him getting a mega push. That. And what's more surprising about Samoa Joe from being dominant in NXT to being in a contract signing, how effed up the situation is that I accept that. Yeah, Joe was so dominant in NXT, won the title, then he had a nice, good feud with Shinsuke Nakamura. Then when he got to WWE, he just got the injury bug and was just injury prone, and never really had that thing with AJ. That over Wendy, that whole thing, and then he has a feud with Roman that went nowhere. Then he gets, I think he got the United States belt, and then he loses it. I forget to who. and then he gets injured again while he's filming a commercial, and then that was it. That was it for his in-ring career. Who knows if he's gonna even come back to the ring? But I think he's better off on commentary. He does pretty good work on commentary. Doesn't really follow the script, but he talks. He talks like he's a real commentator. Doesn't go by the script. I don't think he does, but he's a nice tweeners type commentator. But yeah, it was kind of weird to see him in a contract signing. I thought it might have been Byron Saxton. Horrible guy he is. But I digress. So just weird to see Joe there and just trying to stop Asuka and Sasha Banks. Like, that's gonna work. He could have just choked one of them out and that would have been it. That's it. Fuck that. Thomas Herrera, my good friend Thomas Herrera, I give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, that's exactly what I get. Me and you are on the same page every freaking time. It's just amazing. So I also gave it a 5 out of 10 because it was just mediocre. Just very bland and blah. Right down the middle, daddy, like Bill Alfonso says. Right down the middle, 5 out of 10. That's what it is. Now I'll get to more on Raw just a little bit. But just a horrible, crappy show that Bruce Pritchard put out. Last week was decent. It was pretty good. This week, not so much. That's that. Jair Alejandro Ponce Claza, ready for the Great American Bash on NXT. Not really. I know this is a ploy by the WWE to win the ratings again and to stop AEW from taking back the control. WWE's always, Vince says they're not competition. They don't want to compete. But have you noticed lately that everything AEW does, the WWE does? You don't see AEW copying off of WWE that much. So I think WWE now sees AEW as a contender. That's why it's like anything you can do, we can do better. That's what they want to do. They want to have big matches on NXT. They want to win the ratings again. Well, they want to win the ratings war on Wednesday night. They want more people to join in and watch the shows, and that's what happened last week. They had 780,000 views, something like that, to AEW 636,000. And AEW's been struggling to get around 700, close to 800. They've hit 800 and almost near 900,000 back in a couple months ago. But lately they've been like 600, close to sometimes 700,000 people. But I don't know what they can do to get back to 1 million. They have to sign somebody big. Like say if Roman decides like fuck WWE, I'm going to AEW. They need a big star. I think they need a big star. Brian Cage is not the guy. I don't think. It might be Gallows and Anderson. I don't know what's going to happen with them if they sign a contract with Impact Wrestling. Well, they go back to Japan and we kind of go back to the Bullet Club. They might sign Rusev. Who knows? And then Lana comes in. They might sign Tessa Blanchard to really pump up that women's division, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't think Tessa Blanchard's going to be in the WWE either. If Tessa goes anywhere, it might be Ring of Honor or can't go back to Impact. She got fired. She goes to Japan or goes down to Mexico. She lives in Mexico now with Daga, her fiance. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But I think AEW, if they want to get back to 1 million views, I think they need a big star and a big show to get the viewers back. But this is a war, and I don't know what's going to happen this week with the ratings. I got 2 big shows. Both companies are gonna put out their best fucking matches, and I don't even know if Brian Cage and John Moxley is gonna happen because with Moxley being, with Renee Young, who's quarantining herself because she has that fucking virus. I don't know if that match is even going to happen. So I guess we're going to find out on Wednesday if it's going to happen, or find out sometime this week if it's going to happen. Because Moxley's, he's staying away from Renee and he's kind of self-quarantining. So who knows if the match is going to happen. They might just scrap the match and probably have it maybe whenever Moxley just comes back, whenever that may be. I don't know. I don't know what AEW is going to do, but it is what it is. But we'll see what happens this Wednesday night at Fyter Fest and the Great American Bash. But if I'm ready for it, the only match I want to see is Io Shirai and Sasha. That's the only match I'm actually caring for. And then next week, I might actually watch NXT first, and then watch AEW, because I want to see Adam Cole, baby, and Keith Lee for both belts. And I hope Adam Cole wins both belts. But then again, they might give it to Keith Lee, and then Adam Cole probably starts a feud with Killer Kross or somebody. That's that. Until September 28th, there would be a Raw outside the PC going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. So they're actually going to be outside the Performance Center. Is that actually true? I haven't heard anything. I haven't looked on the news sites lately, so I'll check that after the video. But if that is true, they're gonna go outside of the Performance Center, and their first show is gonna be September the 28th, which I think is a Monday. Yeah, I think it is a Monday Night Raw. I'm pretty sure, because September 28th. Yeah, it's actually a Monday night, so they might, with fans or without fans. So, Vince wants to get out of the fucking Performance Center. He wants to have fans in the stands by the end of July. So who knows what's going to happen between now and September 28th. And we're going to get pay-per-views outside of the Performance Center. So I don't know what's going to happen with SummerSlam. They were supposed to be in Boston. I don't know if that's going to be in the TD Garden Arena, or maybe if they wanted to go outside, it want to be in Fenway Park. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's going to be the TD Garden Arena, both NXT TakeOver and that's that. And yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. But, September 28th, mark it down on your calendar. Monday Night Raw goes out of the Performance Center and into Cleveland, Ohio. And Ohio's got a big fucking coronavirus spike too, so who knows if that's going to happen. But, but mark it down, September the 28th, Monday Night Raw in Cleveland, Ohio. But we'll see what happens with that. And we'll get to that. That's that. Lemon Drops with a Z. Hey man, you're my age. No, I'm not. 31? No, I'm 43. Are you 31? I guess if you are 31, then I'm older than you. I'm older than most of the people here in the YWC. Even though I'm not part of the fucking community anymore. I just do videos for me. Because it's a hobby. So. Yeah, but I'm 43. Going on 44. So. That's why I got the beard. I'm a man. Got a beard. I'm 40. Well, 43. It is what it is. I turned 44 in December, so it's that. Oh, is this a guy that I haven't seen in a while? Little Fettuccine, 69. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be surprised if they go back to a no crowd. Yeah, I think if they go out of the Performance Center, they're going to be in different arenas with limited to no crowd. That's what I think is going to happen. If they even do it. We're, 3 months away? 2 months away, right, as of this recording? 2 months away from September, a couple months away. a long way away from September the 28th. But if this is true and they're actually going to do it, then albeit, and let's see if AEW does it. It goes back in. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen between now and August and now in September? Who knows what's going to happen? Like I said, SummerSlam might be in Boston at the TD Garden Arena, probably with no fans or limited number of fans. And NXT Takeover the same thing, and then Monday Night Raw in Boston. But I don't think that's going to happen. As if I'm hearing this from High Air, I think that's September 28th. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen outside of what's going to happen. What's going to happen? I don't know. Where was I? Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to go back to Monday Night Raw just a little bit. Lemon Drops, where are you from? I am from New Jersey. So that's that. He also said, well, before I get to that, Lemon Drop says, you're in Cleveland, go watch live. Go over to watch live. Well, I'm not in Cleveland. I'm in Jersey, so if they were in New Jersey, maybe I would go over, but, you know. But, you know, I'm not in Cleveland, so. You know, I wouldn't get a ticket to go over there. That's that. So. I would just watch it live on my TV or my computer or whatever. Jair Alejandro Ponce Claza. In fact, yesterday's Raw rating under 9.73%, 1,735,000 viewers on average, over when 1,922,000 viewers were registered. Yeah, like I said, they went down from a couple of weeks ago, and just a bland show. That's that. It's a bland show. Thomas Herrera, there isn't too much to talk. Yeah, actually, there wasn't. Like I said, there was too many fucking segments, too many tag matches. Just really blah. They just like drew it on paper. You just like had a canvas, threw paint on it. It's like, here's a painting. That's that. Horrible. Little Fettuccine 69. The Big Slow is back. Why? Yeah, I think it's just to do the program with Randy Orton. And, you know, with the whole Legend Killer thing, they want Randy Orton to punt show out of the WWE and into retirement with Edge and Christian. Like the same way he's going to do. But Edge is going to come back at SummerSlam and probably finish off Orton. Finish off his program with Orton. And I don't know where Edge is going to go after that. So, cheers, my friends. So I don't know. I really don't know why they even went with Orton and Big Show. They're gonna probably have a match at Extreme Rules, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. I really don't care about it, and I don't really care for Extreme Rules. I really don't, because they're calling it the tagline, the horror show, just because of Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt in the swamp. That's why they call it the horror show, because they're thinking that the Bray Wyatt Braun Strowman match is gonna be like a mix of the Firefly Funhouse and the Wyatt compound. That's what it's gonna be. It's weird. And it's gonna be all cinematic too. They're gonna tape it probably this week or next week. They're gonna tape it right before Extreme Rules. That's not, because we all know Extreme Rules is not gonna be live. It's gonna be taped. Because they're not going to do live pay-per-views anymore, as far as I know. Even AEW I think Double or Nothing wasn't. I don't know if it was live or was taped. I think it was live. I think they said it was live. But yeah. So I don't know what AEW is going to do when All Out comes their way in I think September. I don't know if they're going to go to... It was supposed to be in Chicago again. I don't know if they're going to go to Chicago. Who knows what's going to happen with Chicago. I think Chicago's in phase 4 right now. But, you know, they got shootings and everything. Everything's just crazy in Chicago. with all these infants and little kids like 4 years old up to like I think 12 years old getting shot just for no apparent reason. Just fucking stupid. Just fucking stupid. I wanna move out of this fucking country. I'd rather move to Italy so I have a better chance of not getting hurt or anything. You know, I'd rather just go to Italy and get out of the fucking the United States. Maybe I'll go to Mexico. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Canada where they have no health care. I don't know. Just get away from all this fucking drama and all this fucking violence and stupidity. Just get me away, please. That's that. Fuck it. Little Fettuccine says thoughts on the Great American Bash and the Fighter Fest. It should be two pretty good shows. I think. Well, now with Fighter Fest, I don't know what's going to happen with Moxley and Brian Cage, if it's going to even happen. Jericho and Orange Cassidy probably be a pretty decent match. Private Party against who they fighting? I think the Dark Order with Colt Cabana. That should be interesting. Not really great. You got the Young Bucks and the Revival teaming up against the Lucha Brothers and the Butcher and the Blade. That's going to be a pretty good match. I think it'll be a 3 to 4 star match. I think it'll be a good match on night. I think it's on night 2. Got Hikaru Shida against Penelope Ford for the women's title. Probably be a decent match. Cody versus Jake Hager. Probably be a good match. I think Cody will win anyway. I don't see Jake Hager getting that belt. And then you got Kenny Omega and Adam Page defending the tag belts against the best friends, Chucky T and Trent. I think that's going to be a pretty good match. Maybe we'll start the seeds planted for Adam Page's eventual heel turn. They'll probably tease it again. I don't know what's going to happen. And then, I mean, night 1 and 2, I just explained. So I think both nights are pretty good. I don't know. We'll see what the ratings do. And WWE has to combat it because they have to, do everything, try to one up freaking AEW. So they're putting the Great American Bash, which should just be its own pay-per-view. Sorry. I'm sorry. It should be its own pay-per-view, not for NXT though. But anyway, and Great American Bash, it'd probably be good. I think it would be good. Adam Cole and Keith Lee is going to be in a phenomenal match at the show. And then you got Io Shirai and Sasha would be a great match. I don't know what other matches on the show, but it'd probably just be random matches or something like that. Maybe Imperium versus Indus Sher for the tag belts. I don't know. And then that's basically it. And I don't know if Io's not defending the belt on night 1. She's taking on Sasha this Wednesday night, which should be a good show. I think both shows are going to be good, and the ratings are going to really be. I hope they're going to be close. I think NXT might get the win because they got a little bit better matches than AEW, but we'll see what the ratings say. But I think NXT will probably win that 2-week period. That's what I'm thinking. And then AEW will just try to come back somehow. Now after Fighter Fest, I think they're going to start going into their programs for All Out. Tyson and Jericho are going to probably have a couple of segments. We'll see what happens with Moxley if he holds on to the belt. The same thing with Hikaru Shida and Page and Adam Page and Kenny Omega. We'll see what happens with that as they roll on to their next pay-per-view, and then we'll see what happens with WWE as they go on to SummerSlam, and NXT goes on to take over Boston if it's in Boston. But we'll see what happens with that. So I'm kind of intrigued on both nights of both brands, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. Little Fettuccine, the feud with Braun and Bray is actually good. This is the best Braun has looked since his feud with Roman. It's kind of interesting. Braun's actually in a pretty decent feud. I don't know. I really don't know why he's with Bray Wyatt again after he beat Bray Wyatt at money. I think it was Money in the Bank or Backlash. I forget which one it was. No, it was at Money in the Bank, I believe. So and he just beat regular Bray Wyatt, not the Bray Wyatt from old school Bray Wyatt, not the Fiend, which should have been. Had something in my mouth. But he's actually getting better on the mic. And we'll see what happens with this match, with this swamp match, which is non-title. I don't know why. I guess they want to save that title match for SummerSlam when Bray probably wins the belt. Because I don't know if they're gonna make Braun win the belt, not win the belt, win the match. I think it's up Bray Wyatt's alley, and I think they should give the win to Bray. But we'll see what happens with that match. But he's actually looking a little bit better. That horrible thing with Miz and Morrison, that Backlash was stupid storyline, a stupid feud. And I thought they were going to break up Miz and Morrison. Obviously, they're not. Not yet, but we'll see. And that's that. Thomas Herrera, I think Canada pays you to live there. I don't. Maybe I won't go to Canada then. Yeah, maybe I'll just stay. I'll either go to Mexico or live in Italy. Just get me out of here. That's that. Anyway. In fact, they want Wyatt to have 3 characters like Mick Foley did, Friendly, World Eater, and The Fiend. They might do that. I don't know. If they might do that. They might just have old school Bray Wyatt, and or Bray Wyatt play 2 parts, old school Bray Wyatt and then regular Bray Wyatt, and then have Bo Dallas come back and play The Fiend. Well, then Bo Dallas could come back as a member of the Wyatt family, since he's kind of the brother, I think, of Bray Wyatt, or the cousin or something like that. So, but we may see the 3 faces of Wyatt, kind of going back to the 3 faces of Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mick Foley and Mankind. You could do that. They might even do that. They can, if they want to do that, just do it at the Royal Rumble. Have Wyatt come out twice, and then have Bo Dallas come in as the Fiend, and let the Fiend probably win the Royal Rumble. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen with that? I don't know. Thomas Herrera, no, Braun is boring as fuck. Yeah, he is. He is. He's just a boring fucking champion. I can't wait till they get the belt off him. And that's that. So we'll see what happens by SummerSlam. All right, let's get back to Monday Night Raw. And like I said, they had the Flair Orton, the Flair Big Show segment with Andrade and Angel Garza and Selena Vega. Andrade and Garza trying to beat up the Big Show. And then the Viking Raiders come out for their match with Andrade and Angel Garza. So we get to the match, and the match is in progress. Pretty decent match. It's also with Eric beating the crap out of Angel Garza, ripping his pants off and stuff like that. And then Ivar comes in to beat him up. And they're working on Angel. They get a cover for a 1 count. And Ivar slams Garza down face first, drops a fist on him for another 1 count. So they're going to work on him for a while. And Garza comes back. And Andrade comes in from behind. And then a super kick from Angel Garza for a near fall. Then they start to work on, I believe, Eric for a while. And Garza's in control. And then And Andrade wants to tag in. Garza's like, no, I got him. So Andrade gets pissed, and I'm saying, he finally tags him in, and then he kicks Eric, and he's still pissed at Garza for not tagging him quick enough. And he yells to Selena that he doesn't want this. Selena leaves the announce position to yell back at Andrade as he walks up the ramp. So, like I said, more tension between them, which I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but that's that. So we go to commercial. We come back. Looks like Andrade and Garza made peace. And Garza's in the ring. Tags in Andrade, beats Eric in the corner. They beat down Eric for a while, and then Eric tries to come back. That elbow strike, knocking Eric out. Well, actually, before that, Eric comes back up with that vicious knee strike of his. Tags in a Ivar. Comes in like a house of fire, just beating everybody up. And then Andrade comes back with a clothesline. Ivar drops his butt on the chest of Garza. And then gets shoved. Garza with a clothesline, but Ivar blocks it. Flips with a springboard. But Garza has a dropkick to the back. And then they all go to the outside. Garza sends Eric into the ring post. And then Eric gets back at the count of, I think it was 8. Andrade hits that spinning elbow. His like the Judas Effect elbow. And knocks the crap out of Eric. Eric was knocked the F out. Garza comes in, hits the wing clipper 1, 2, 3, and Andrade and Angel Garza pick up the win. And excuse me. And there's tension. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they look to be on the same page. And maybe the tension between them is a good thing because they break up. They break up, and then they get back together in the match. So it is what it is. But match was all right. I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with Andrade and Angel Garza, as they are probably going to be taking on the Street Profits for the Raw Tag Team belts. And I wouldn't put it past the WWE to give Andrade and Angel Garza the tag team belts, because there's really no tag teams on Raw, and the Street Profits' time as champions, I think, has run its course. And that's that. And we're going to move on from there. All right, we go backstage with the Iconics walking up to Ruby Riott, who's stretching out her arm, and they make fun of her for not having any friends, and saying that she doesn't have any wins either. I don't know why Ruby Riott is a fucking jobber now. Makes no freaking sense. Ruby's like, well, who blew the tag title match last week? You or you? I think it was you. So Peyton says at least they have each other. Then Ruby asks for one of them to meet her and the other to pick up the one she beats the crap out of and take him to the back. And she's like, how's that sound? And she's like, I think it's I. And then Billie Kay and Peyton's like, don't say it. And then Ruby says, Iconic. And that pisses off Billie Kay. She's like, you got to be joking me. So we're going to see Ruby Riott against one of the Iconics in women's action later on. I really don't care. And that's that. So I give the segment 2 out of 5 stars. And that's that. And we move on. All right, and we go back. We stay backstage. Andrade and Angel Garza are celebrating. Ric Flair comes in, congratulates them on the win. He says they're on fire. They never look better. And he wants to speak to them privately. Wonder what that can mean. But we'll see what happens with it. Since they had that segment with the Big Show, maybe they're going to probably attack the show in the back or something and lay him out. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we go back to the ring with match number 2. I think this is match number 2. For the 24/7 title, or the Olive Garden title. Of Akira Tozawa defending against R-Truth. Rematch from Lashley and MVP. Knocking R-Truth out, and Akira Tozawa just rolled in, pinned R-Truth to win his second 24/7 title. This match was boring. Tries for a surprise roll-up, gets a near fall. And then Truth gets a side headlock, and then he holds the ropes and he starts dancing like a freaking idiot. Then he tells Akira to start dancing. Akira's like, oh, oh, and he starts shaking his fingers like a freaking moron. And then Truth's like dancing up some more. Like, what is this? And then Akira, who's on the outside, comes in and he hops over and under and holds the ropes. And Truth then his knee playing possum, goes up to Sal for the 1, 2, 3 to become a 37-time champion. Why? This is the R-Truth title. They just gave R-Truth the belt just out of spite because they got nothing to do with him. Oh, the fucking 24/7 title is fucking stupid. It's a fucking stupid belt. Stupid person has a stupid belt. Should just throw that belt in the garbage and blow it up. It's a fucking horrible belt. And you know they're gonna keep giving it to Truth because he's such a company guy. He's gonna get the 50 fucking titles. It's gonna be the greatest mid card champ ever. Well, no mid card champ. And then they're gonna put him in the Hall of Fame. He's like, oh, he was a 55-time 24/7 champion. So they're not gonna mention his time in TNA when it was much better. He was much better as Ron Killings in TNA. Much better. He actually had a great gimmick. You know, he was a machine back then. Then he comes back to WWE. You know, gets to do a thing with The Miz back then. Remember that? At Hell in a Cell when they got arrested, they just started beating the crap out of Cena and company, and they locked the cell door. And then finally, you know, Triple H, who was part of the Authority, they come out. He gets the bolt cutters and cuts the cage open, and Truth and Miz like this, and they get arrested. And then Triple H beats the crap out of both of them, and I think he fired them after that. And then they come back. Then R-Truth wins the United States title for no apparent reason. It doesn't hold it too long. And then they introduce this stupid Olive Garden title. I guess who they give it to? Him. It wasn't him who won it the first time. It was Titus O'Neil who won it. And then R-Truth won, and then kept going back and forth every fucking week. Like R-Truth will win it. He'll wait maybe a couple of days or a couple of weeks, get it right back. He's gonna lose it again. It's gonna be called the same revolving door. He's gonna lose the belt, get the belt back for the 38th time, the 39th time, the 40th time, 40 up to 50 at least. He just, like I said, just get rid of the belt. It's fucking horrible. And horrible segments with the two. Horrible. Funny at times, but it's that's all I gotta say about it. Afterwards, a surprise ninja tries to roll. Truth gets a near fall, and then the other ninja just standing there. I thought he was gonna attack R-Truth as he went out of the ring, and then he starts running after R-Truth, and R-Truth runs to the back and through the crowd. It's that just stupidity. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Just stupidity, stupidity. That's that. All right, then we go backstage. We see Apollo and MVP from last week, which Apollo Crews won, and then Bobby Lashley comes out on the ramp. MVP was on the ramp and raises Apollo Crews' hand. And then they had that segment in the ring where Apollo's like, "I don't want to join your group. You know, don't try me again." Blah blah blah. And then MVP threatened him and his title, and then they had a match after that. Apollo won. Well, Apollo had some match, whatever it was. So go backstage. Lashley's kind of pissed off at him. MVP says Apollo's offer is now dead and buried, and so is his chance of holding on to the U.S. title. Even though the kid disrespected him, he likes him a little bit. So before they take everything from him, MVP wants to drop a few gems on him. So we'll see where this goes. Kind of a pretty good storyline. I think Apollo's going to turn heel, probably at Extreme Rules or by SummerSlam, and then he's going to get into a big thing with Bobby Lashley. Reform either the Nation of Domination or the Beatdown Clan. That's just my opinion. Just go old school TNA, but who knows what's going to happen with that. So they leave, and then Seth Rollins is shown with Buddy Murphy, and he has Ray's purple mask that he doesn't wear. Though I don't know where he got it from. I think Ray just probably gave it to him. We just stole it from Ray's collection. Says that this is the most important message to date, and he's got to deliver it right now. And we don't see Austin Theory. I don't know where he was. Probably eating catering with Titus O'Neil and Dana Brooke. Who knows? And the other jobbers in there. So that's that. So we go to commercial. We come back. We see a video package talking about what happened. What happened last week, where Seth tried to gouge Dominic's eye out, and then Aleister Black and Humberto Carrillo come in to beat up Austin Theory, Rollins, and Murphy, and Ray, Ray and Dominic and them stand tall, and look at that. So he gets in the ring and says that Ray stood in the middle of the ring and said nothing was going to stop him from returning to the ring. He believed it with all his heart, and Seth says he believed it as well. Ray has a duty to uphold, but the problem is Ray hasn't been seeing things too clearly as of late, and Ray's duty is to be the sacrifice for the future of Raw. He has given Ray every chance to take the easy way out and do this on his own terms, yet he has defied him at every turn. What Seth must do now is important, so he talks to Ray into the camera and wants to ask for forgiveness. He begs for forgiveness, not for what he has done, but what he is forcing him to do in the future. They are bound by fate, and as fate would have it, Seth is the Messiah, and Ray is the sacrifice for the greater good. That good crap again. Ugh. So yes, he is correct when he says Ray will step foot in the ring again, and every single time he does, Seth will be forced to take a piece of him, and little by little, he will tear Rey Mysterio apart. So then we see Rey Mysterio and Dominic via satellite. Ray says he wants forgiveness too, so he asks forgiveness from his son for what he must do to Seth for what he did to his eye and what he tried to do to Dominic. He said he was mad at Dom, but he loves him for what he did. And Ray must now do something to Seth that is just as bad as what he did to Ray. So he tells Seth an eye for an eye in English and in Spanish. So he's kind of serious. He's getting really serious. And then Dominic says he forgives his father, but will forgive Seth Rollins. And Seth says he will never forget what Ray does to him. And then he says Dominic has strong words, and says clearly Ray him many lessons except for one: be careful what you wish for, and if they continue to stand this way, Seth will be forced to end Dominic's career before it even begins. So this feud's still going on, pretty good feud, and I still think Dominic's gonna turn on his dad, and then he's gonna join up with Seth Rollins, and then we're gonna get Dominic versus Ray probably at either SummerSlam or at the next pay-per-view after that. But I think it's gonna be at SummerSlam, because I think he's gonna turn. They're gonna probably have a match at Extreme Rules, probably like a 6-man tag team match, like Ray, Dominic, and maybe Aleister Black or Humberto Carrillo taking on Murphy, Austin Theory, and Seth Rollins, and then Ray and Dominic, they're gonna clear the ring, then beat Seth up and stuff, and the group up, and then out of nowhere, like Seth's gonna do this and something like that, just belt his father right in the face, and the comments are like, "Oh, I can't believe he just did that." And Dominic's gonna be with Seth Rollins, and Ray's gonna be pissed. He says, "I can't believe Dominic, you would do something like this." He says, "Now I have to teach you. I'm gonna have to teach you some tough love," stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So yeah, that's what it's gonna lead to, most likely. And that's that. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Pretty good segment. I think the segment of the night. And that's that. And then after that, Aleister Black and Humberto Carrillo come out to clear the ring. And then we go to break. Seth claims he was waiting for it. He's like, good, waiting for the commercial break to talk. So Seth calls Humberto Carrillo a coward. Humberto calls him a coward. Says he's less of a man than Rey Mysterio. Black is on the says he knows a thing or two about evil, and he recognizes it when he's looking at it. He will not forgive Seth. There will only be atonement. Seth then says Aleister hasn't seen anything yet, and this ends now. And then we get to a tag team match. So I gave that little segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the match. Match is alright. Nothing right home about. Starts up with Murphy and Aleister Black, and they go back and forth a little bit. Black gets on the second rope. Seth trips him, hits the buckle, stands, eats a super kick from Murphy. Murphy attacks and Seth attacks him Black on the outside. Kick to the face, and then another, then a boot choke. So they're working on Black for a while. They go back and forth with tags. And Seth beats him down. Murphy helps him out. Murphy tries to knee to the back of Black. Chin lock from behind, so a little rest period. Then more tagging in and out. And Black comes back to escape. Beats down on Murphy in the corner. Backs him. Murphy with the right. Humberto then misses a kick, but he hits a back one to the face. Then Humberto hits a springboard cross body for 1 count. Rollins comes in and gets sent right out to the outside. Humberto goes over the ropes to the apron, lands on his feet, then hits a high kick. Drop kick to the side of the face from the top rope. And pulls Murphy out of the ring. And then Humberto hits a big kick to Seth, setting him down. Humberto to the top rope. He dies on the Seth and Murphy on the outside as we go to break. Pretty nice. We come back. Seth's able to get the tag to Murphy. Aleister Black comes in, kicks Seth off the apron, and goes to work on him. Black blocks up right from Seth, hits the ropes, hits the springboard moonsault of both Murphy and Seth. The Black Mass kick, but Murphy rolled him up for a near fall. Tags in Humberto, comes in with a kick, and then and Aleister hits a kick. Humberto hits a 619, covers for a near fall, as Seth and they go to the outside. And then Seth the suicide dive onto Aleister Black, sending him into the barricade. Humberto kicks him before he can go to the outside. He hits the ropes. Then Murphy comes in with a big knee for a near fall. Black tries to pull the leg of Murphy out, but he kicks him away, heads to the top rope. Humberto there to stop him, hits some rights. Buddy with some punches to the back, goes for a sunset flip powerbomb. Murphy blocked it, and Murphy kicks his head into the turnbuckle. He's for a powerbomb, and Seth with a tag. Then they hit Murphy with it's a big knee on a Murphy, and then Murphy dropped him with a powerbomb for a near fall. And then Aleister Black attacked Murphy off the apron. Carrillo rose up Seth for 1 count, and Seth comes back with the stomp 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins and Murphy pick up the win. Match is alright. He gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Aleister attacks Seth after the match, but Seth and Murphy are able to send him to the outside, and Murphy sends Black over the timekeeper's area, and then Seth grabs Humberto, tells him this is what happens when you speak up for Rey Mysterio. He was going to get his eye gouged out, and Humberto fights it over the kick, elbow to the body, goes on the attack of Seth. Murphy grabs the steps and clocks Humberto right in the face. Seth then grabs Rey's mask, puts it on Humberto, tries to do the move again. He tries to fight it. Aleister Black comes in to stop with the steps, fights Murphy away. Seth runs and stomps Humberto into the steps, and he leaves after that. Leaves Humberto out on the steps, and that's that. So that's what happened after the match. So this storyline is going to continue on. I think it's going to end at Extreme Rules, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. That's it. All right, there we go. Backstage, where we see Drew McIntyre and Asuka Drew offers Asuka to get revenge later on. And then Charlie Caruso comes in there and asks what they are hoping to gain by facing Sasha and Dolph. Drew says they're just going to have a little fun tonight. And that's that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Then they have a SmackDown recap of Taker's documentary. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Idiots. That's that. And we go to break. We come back. We see Lana coming up to Ruby Riott, who's wearing shower curtain. I don't know what the hell she was wearing. She says that she was inspired by a woman who has more wins than any other woman in the division, more than Asuka, more than Lita, more than Trish Stratus. And she says this woman is someone they can believe in, and that is Natalya. This stupid storyline. I don't know what's going on. So I gave that 1 out of 5 stars. Yes, Natalya, someone to believe in. Mm-hmm. Believe in the Shield. So, who cares? Horrible segment. All right, match number 4, Peyton Royce and Ruby Riott. Nothing to write home about. They go at it. Ruby goes to work on Peyton. Peyton goes to work throughout the whole match. Gets a 1 count on a... Well, actually, she works on the arm and the elbow. And then Billie Kay comes in to help Royce work on the outside. Ruby hits some knees. Peyton with a back suplex. Goes to a near fall. Then she tries to splash in the corner, but Ruby moves, kicks Peyton, then another kick. She locks the arm and hits a few rights to the chest. Peyton comes back with an STO for a near fall. Peyton then rolls her off for a near fall. And then Ruby comes back with a crucifix into a near fall. And then she hits a high kick. And then Peyton kicked her in the stomach and knocks her head in, and then hits a twisting brain buster. It looked like a screwdriver type brain buster for the 1, 2, 3. That was a pretty impressive move. And that's that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Just a typical women's match, but nice fucking finisher from Peyton Royce. I liked it. That was actually a good thing. That was that. Sick fucking finisher. Sick. And that's that. And that's it. We move on. Then we see the Big Show stretching out from in the back where they have the rings and stuff. Charlie comes in, asks Show if he thinks Orton is trying to trap him. Show says he grew up in South Carolina, and Flair was a hero because he came from Charlotte, North Carolina. Flair was the man. Then he got into business and learned that Flair was the dirtiest player in the game, and now he's mentoring the Apex Predator, meaning Randy Orton is dangerous as well. He welcomes the challenge and asks Orton to try him and find out why he's the Big Show. And as far as Angel and Andrade go, they picked a bad night, and they're going to face him in a handicap match. Wow. That's great. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then we get to the handicap match number 5. And this is just a horrible fucking match. Big Show's in control. And since Garza's the outside, he gets back in, tags on Andrade. Andrade is slow to enter, showing some hesitation. And then Andrade tries for a waist lock. Show breaks the hold and hits him it uses his ass to back Andrade in the corner. He chops Andrade with that massive chop. He brings Andrade back into the ring the hard way. He grabs him down and takes a walk on his chest. Ugh. Andrade tries to fight back. He clips the arm but eats a headbutt. Andrade is lifted, then another headbutt. Tags the Angel. Garza. Angel is able to try and get his revenge, attacking the leg, chopping the Big Show down, kick after kick. Andrade gets the blind tag, trying to take advantage of Angel. Angel's like, fuck you. Grabs the mic, says, okay, if you want your moment, you got it. And while this is going on, Big Show gets up, grabs Andrade by the throat. Boom, choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Big Show wins. Whoop-de-damn-do. Match gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. Just a stupid squash match. Just didn't give 2 shits about it. You know, that's that. Fuck that match. And fuck this food. Alright, then we go backstage where we see Apollo talking to Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. Oh, we haven't seen them in a while. And then we see R-Truth coming in. He's acting like a complete fucking prick. Says he finally got rid of all the ninjas. He calls Cedric Alexander the Entertainer. He calls Ricochet Richard O'Shea. And Ricochet's like, I'm Ricochet, you idiot. And Apollo's like, just go with it. Just end the segment. It's a fucking stupid segment. I gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Fucking Arch is just horrible. That's that. We get MVP saying when he goes home to Miami, people call him an OG because he made it out in the hood. And he asks, how can it be like him? He says he can inspire. And what does all this matter if you don't give back? Which is why it's such an honor and a joy to allow him to help Lashley. Sometimes you get people that take a heartfelt gesture and ignorantly reject it, and he will not be disrespected by Apollo. He would not disrespect his authority. And then Apollo comes out to interrupt. He wonders what MVP is talking about. He never disrespected him. He asks if MVP is self-made. Apollo says he's self-made. MVP cares about only himself and should have listened. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and that leads to the match. So I gave that little segment 2 out of 5 stars. We get to the match. Match wasn't anything wrong. They lock up. MVP has a shoulder tackle, holds onto ropes after a run, escapes a drop kick. Apollo comes back with a hurricanrana, then he hits a drop kick and a fireman's carry, but MVP holds the ropes. Apollo presses him, drops him on the ropes. And then Lashley pulls him out of the ring to get a breather. Apollo hits the ropes and dives over with a flip. MVP then grabs Apollo, sends him into the barricade. Ouch. We go to break. We come back. MVP is attempting to remove the head of Apollo with a kick. Goes for a cover, gets a near fall, then goes another near fall out of that. Goes for a seated abdominal stretch. And kind of looked like an abdominal stretch, but it was what it was. MVP hits a crossface and drops a knee on the chest, covers for a near fall. Then MVP beats down Apollo in the corner. He misses the big running Yakuza kick in the corner. And then Lashley gets on the apron with a distraction. Then MVP comes back with a big boot in the corner. Then he hits a fisherman's suplex or the perfect plex. 1, 2, 3. MVP gets the win. And I guess they're gonna make him face Apollo for the United States title now. I don't know. So that's that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Apollo's not a happy camper. He's pissed. Attacks MVP. Then Lashley stops it by locking in the master lock, the full Nelson, and just lays out Apollo Crews. And then Ricochet and Cedric come to help, but they get their asses kicked. And Ricochet comes off the top rope with a drop kick as he comes back. And guess what we get there? A match. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Then we get to Ricochet and Bobby Lashley, which was Lashley was just beating the living Jesus out of Ricochet, just kicking his ass, and just tossing him over the ring like a fucking bag of potatoes, just kicking his ass. Then he tries to lock in a full Nelson. Ricochet grabs the arm, trying to prevent it. Flies off, holds the ropes, and nicely tumbles to the outside. Ricochet runs right into the arms of Lashley, tries to toss Ricochet into the post again, but Ricochet floats over, sends Lashley into the post, and then we see Lashley busted wide open in the ear. Because there was some blood. We see some blood, motherfuckers. And Lashley gets in at the count of 5. Ricochet hits the rope, springboard moonsault for a near fall. Goes to the top rope, flies, lands on his feet. Hits an enziguri and a super kick to the face. Goes for another kick to the face, but Lashley catches him, lifts him up, and hits a wicked spine buster on Ricochet, knocking him out. Then he picks him up, knocks in the full Nelson, and Ricochet taps out like a drunk man. The jobber that he is. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. What was after Cedric tries to help Ricochet out, but he gets the full Nelson for his troubles and gets laid out. So that's that. So we'll see what happens with this whole entire situation. Give 2 shits. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Fuck this match. Alright, then we go backstage. We see Dolph Ziggler and Sasha and Bayley. Ziggler tries to tell Sasha and Bayley that he can help them out with pointers if necessary. The girl's like, hey, Dolph, you're so funny. And then they tell Dolph not to screw it up. And that's that. So we get a little pre-match segment. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the main event: Drew McIntyre, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. And I'm taking on Sasha Banks and Dolph Ziggler with Bayley on commentary. Was okay. Finish was kind of surprising, but it is what it is. It's also with Dolph and Drew, kind of a little preview before Extreme Rules. He lifts Dolph up and let him stand. Ziggler with a surprise famous, but Drew kicks out with no hesitation, so he no-sold the move. Then Ziggler into the corner hard, and Sasha tags herself in. And then Asuka comes in, misses a back fist, and sends Sasha in the ropes. Asuka flies off, gets tripped, hits the ropes, knocks Sasha down. Asuka then misses a hip, the Asuka lock quickly. Dolph comes in, and then Drew comes in, chops Ziggler to the outside, and then Asuka back fist, and then Sasha goes to the outside to get a breather. As we go to break, we come back. Ziggler has a sleeper hold, 1922 sleeper hold on Drew. Drew shoots him off with ease, dodges a kick, and eats a back elbow. And a chop to Ziggler. He lifts the legs of Ziggler and goes for an Alabama slam. Ziggler's able to roll through and hold the leg for a near fall. He hops up and hits a delayed DDT. I don't know why that delayed DDT, whatever it is. Sasha comes in, Asuka comes in, dropkick from Asuka for a near fall. I mean, well, it looked like a dropkick. It looks a Shining Wizard. What is this? And then hip attack, and then Bayley the strap, and Sasha with some knees on the outside, rolls her back in for a near fall. Then she mounts in some rights and lefts while the camera goes fucking like, what the hell is going on with the camera? And then Sasha suplexes Asuka for a near fall. Then she locks it on Sasha. She tries to whip Sasha. Sasha reverses it, swings Asuka in the corner, and then hits the double knees for a near fall. Sasha then locks on the 1922 sleeper. He pulls back on both arms from behind. Sasha steps on the back of the knee, pulls back, really wrenching that hold in. Sasha then turns Asuka around, hits a high knee. Asuka then takes it, then hits the double code breaker on the way down, and both women are down. They crawl to the corner, tag the Ziggler, hot tag to Drew McIntyre. Drew comes in with a clothesline, goes to the top rope, then another clothesline. Where he goes to work on Drew. Ziggy tries for the future shock DDT, but Ziggy tries for a headlock. Drew sends him into the ring post, and then starts beating up Ziggler. Sasha starts yelling at him. It's like, who do you think you are? You hit my friend and stuff like that. She's really berating Drew. Asuka comes from behind. Sasha turns. She kicked to the face for a near fall. And Sasha looked knocked out, and somehow she kicked out. And then Asuka locks her up from behind. Sasha falls down and goes up Asuka for a near fall. Then tries another near fall. Asuka comes back with a near fall. Sasha then turns it into the bank statement immediately. Asuka breaks the hold, pins Sasha pins Asuka 1, 2, 3. Sasha Banks picked up the shocking victory for her team. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And Sasha and Bayley and Dolph are celebrating when Asuka's like, "What the fuck happened?" So is that going to be a premonition to what is going to happen at Extreme Rules? Maybe. I think Asuka's going to retain, and I think she's going to lose to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam. But we'll see what happens with that. I really don't think they're going to go with Sasha 2 belts. But then again, they could do that, and then they just run wild. And then eventually Sasha will become Sasha 3 belts, or Sasha 2 belts when they lose the women's tag titles to probably the Iconics or Alexa and Nikki. That's the only teams left. Stupid women's tag team belts should be fucking thrown in the garbage too. That's that. And that's fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. And that's that. But the match was alright. That's all I'm gonna say about it. As my girlfriend's up. Are you gonna eat anything? Boo? Are you gonna eat anything? I'm thinking of snacking or something. Anyway. All right, we're about an hour and a half in, so I'm gonna get to finish this off right now. Whoops, get that comment back. Thomas Herrera, I don't know why we even talk about WWE. There was nothing new. Well, you can say the same thing with AEW, but at least AEW puts on better storylines and better matches. That's that. Jair Alejandro Ponce Claza. Tell me a consistent fighter outside of Drew that we like today. Consistent fighter? I don't know. Maybe Aleister Black. Maybe Adam Cole. I really don't know. I would say maybe Aleister Black and maybe Adam Cole. Because they're actually consistent. Adam Cole is just some freaking god. But it is what it is. That's that. So I would say Aleister Black or maybe Adam Cole. That's that. Thomas Herrera, what happened to the 24/7? The belt's a piece of crap. And R-Truth won it back for the 37th time. Fucking stupid fucking belt. Fucking stupid. I hate it. That and the women's tag team belts. Fucking get rid of them. Fucking horrible. Stupidity. Little Fettuccine 69. Apollo just needs to join Lashley and MVP. I think he will join up with them and reform the Nation of Domination. Probably going to happen at Extreme Rules or maybe after that. Probably going into SummerSlam. Then again, it might happen after SummerSlam. Who knows? But the eventual heel turn of Apollo Crews is coming. And he might start a feud with Kevin Owens if Kevin Owens even comes back. Because, he's kind of pissed off right now about the whole coronavirus thing and how the WWE's testing and everything. He doesn't want any part of it. Same with Sami Zayn and same with a bunch of other wrestlers. Vince doesn't give two shits. That's that. So that's that. Jair Alejandro Ponce Claza, the last comment of the night. Have you seen the ICW company fights? No. I've heard of ICW. They're around here in the Northeast, and I think I go around the country as well. I know my friend Mikey goes to ICW. I think they just had a thing on TV that he went to. I think it was like a hardcore tournament drive-in type thing. And then they're having another one, I think, next week. But I might get into it. I might not. I don't know. I don't remember the website. I think it's icwfight.com, something like that. I gotta ask my friend Mikey what the website is to watch the ICW show. I don't know if it's free or you have to pay for it. I hope you don't have to pay for it. I'd rather watch it live, watch it for free. Gives me something to watch. But I'll just stick to my New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's that. All right, that ends the night. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. So that ends the night. Thank you to Jair Thomas, Little Fettuccine. We also had Lemon Drops in the chat. So all the people that came into the chat, thank you for coming in and having a nice little discussion with me. And that's it. So Raw, bland as fuck. I gave it right down the middle, 5 out of 10 stars, like my good buddy Thomas Herrera said. So both of us on the same page. We gave right down the middle, 5 out of 10 stars. Just bland. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. I think we're supposed to find out more with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman about this with that swamp match. So probably hear from Bray this week on SmackDown, and probably have some other stuff on SmackDown that we don't care about. They're having the toast of Jeff Hardy. That's probably gonna be corny. Yeah, Sheamus gonna come out and say Jeff's a drunk and this and that. It's gonna bring up all his DUIs and shit. And then Jeff's gonna beat the crap out of Sheamus at the end. And then they're gonna have another match at Extreme Rules, probably like a TLC match or a Full Metal Mayhem match. And hopefully Jeff Hardy wins this time. He's not going to lose. But you never know. That's what's probably going to happen. And that's it for SmackDown. And that's that. So that's it for Monday Night Raw. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow, or if not Thursday, with my AEW review. And then probably I'll talk about NXT on Friday. And then give you my NXT review and my SmackDown review on Friday as we get into the weekend. And then the following week, got Monday Night Raw review. I'll try to get my AEW review up on Wednesday, depending on what time I work. And then the NXT review probably on Thursday or Friday with next week's SmackDown review before I go on vacation. If I go on vacation. You never know what's going to happen with Florida in the next couple of days. That's that. Because fucking country is fucked up. That's that. All right, thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore saying good night, so long, farewell. And if you're not down with that, fuck you, man. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.